Hi guys, I'm Chrom Diesel Electric, and this is
Hi, my name is Bzzrt.
And this is MEMETICS.
MEMETICS.
Which is long for memes.
Let's talk cultural awareness.
Let's talk about gender.
What? Gender? Gender soup?
Let's talk about self-diagnosed autism.
Okay, let's do that.
If anyone of you guys have autism or know someone with autism, this is not to insult you or anything. We are insulting people, or not even insulting, we're just poking fun at people who self-diagnose themselves with autism just so they seem like a special little snowflake because their parents don't give them enough attention. Let's go to, I was about to say cancer, but I meant tumblr.com. And let's look up
Diagnostics.
Autism.
How many things are to fill out?
Autistic self-diagnosis is valid. A person. I'm autistic. I don't have a professional diagnosis, but it's neurotypical. Now, for all you guys out there who don't know what neurotypical means, like what it means, it's a Tumblr term, which means you don't have a mental illness.
A Tumblr term?
Yeah, but, okay, so most people be like, oh, so you're normal. But no, that's ableist, okay? So we're calling you a neurotypical. Okay, so the neurotypical says, you can't self-diagnose autism, only a doctor can do that. Most doctors say, I don't know what autism looks like in people other than nonverbal white cis boys. Most doctors say, I recommend abusive therapies for autistic kids and teens. Most doctors who specialize in diagnosing autism refuse to evaluate adults. In autism evaluation for a minor teenager who wants one, because only an angsty teenager would want to be self-diagnosed as, requires having supportive parents who understand that autism is not a tragedy and looks different for every autistic I don't want to read this anymore.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to read mine real quick because this seems really interesting. So this is, autistic self-diagnosis is valid. A person. I'm autistic.
That's what
Wait, you just read that one?
I just read that
I wasn't listening. Alright, let's do this one. Alright. I just found out today I have PTSD. Of all the people on Tumblr telling me I'm a bigot, a privileged... oh wait, I can't curse. A privileged C-word, and an internalized misogynist has led me to look up symptoms of PTSD on WebMD. Okay, so let's just talk about the fact that you can't do this. Like, you cannot search up on WebMD what's wrong with you. You have not gone through...
I'm on web... Okay, stomach pain.
Alright, I'm gonna keep reading. I have looked up symptoms on
Crohn's disease.
PTSD on WebMD. I'm pretty sure I have it. You're pretty sure you have PTSD, and now you're saying in the very first one you said.
From what? Like, were they in war?
You guys aren't allowed to challenge my opinions, bully me now because he crossed out challenge my opinions. You guys aren't allowed to bully me now because I have self-diagnosed just like you guys do. I'm a part of Special Mental Illness Club. Okay. Mr. or Mrs. Oppression Privilege.
Wait, Mr. and Mrs.?
Mr. or Mrs. Or Miss.
Well, what if they don't apply to either?
Oh, shit. Gender soup?
Oh, no!
No, we're saying in the self-diagnosis.
Okay, I went on WebMD. I can't even talk, but truth is I don't know how to talk. Wait, but I think I have autism, actually.
Yeah, search it up on WebMD.
No, but okay, apparently, according to WebMD, since I have stomach pain after every single time I eat, I have Crohn's disease.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on WebMD and just say, like, it hurts to breathe.
But the actual thing is, I actually have Crohn's disease.
What? Back in 2012 you were diagnosed with Crohn's disease?
In 2012 I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease.
And ever
since then, I've used it as an excuse to not have to bring the groceries in.
That's a good excuse.
Can't talk. Okay, can't talk. Why can't I keep an erection? Orgasm? Here is help for women. Why can't I poop? I can't talk to my parents.
I'm gonna read this for you. No, I'm gonna read this for you. You gotta stop talking. This is by dash autism blog. Hi there. I'm autistic, self-diagnosed, and often when I get severely overloaded, I cannot move my body fully. I find it very difficult to walk, sit up straight, process any information, look at anyone, or talk. When I try to talk, it is easy for me to fall. Okay, you can't. Walk, sorry. When I try to walk, it is easy for me to fall or just be completely unable to get started walking in the first place. Is that a common experience? Is there anything I can do about it? Thank you. Alright, so now let's just talk about this. Everyone gets stressed out. Like, when you are severely overloaded, like, what do you mean by overloaded? Like, you have a lot of work to do? Like a normal human being, you're expected to do a semblance of work? And, like, you cannot, like, when you have to do work, you're like, oh, I cannot move my body fully. Then what the, are you wheelchair bound? Like, can you not leave your house because your legs do not work? I cannot process thoughts. Oh, I realized I shouldn't have said this person's full-out Tumblr name. Can you bleep that out?
Oh, no. They're getting hate, okay? I know they're on their Mac. I'm gonna bleep it out anyway, but I know they're on their Mac right now that their dad bought for them. Like, they're in college right now.
And they're self-diagnosing.
And I bet you they're studying women's
And now
history.
Let's read someone's response. Yes, I cannot be 100% certain, but I think you're experiencing what we call meltdowns. There are certain things you can do to avoid the stimulation that can cause meltdowns. And stimming is one of those things. Stimming is one of the things that can help. If you look down my blog just a bit, I have a video on stimming. I don't know what stimming is. If you can't find it, let me know. Meltdowns are a common occurrence. Basically, it's saying that you're not autistic. You're having meltdowns. You're having a mental breakdown. Like, you're having so much stress that, like, you're having trouble function. Now, autism, you don't get autism.
Actually, I got autism back in 2012.
Back when you were diagnosed with Chrom disease electric.
I got Chrom disease electric, which is my name.
Yeah, so basically, autism happens. It doesn't happen like you. I guess it's like something. It's time to search autism because. Like,
I think.
Autism. I'm gonna search the definition of autism. Autism, a mental condition present from early childhood, characterized by difficulty communicating and forming relationships with other people, and using language and abstract concepts. So basically, autism is present from early childhood. You don't develop autism. Autism is not a characteristic. Autism that something you've had since, like, you were a baby. Of course, when you're a baby, like, you don't show signs of anything. So
you just keep crying, you suck on your mom's boobs.
Because you're a baby. Now, when you start at the time you're supposed to start forming words and sentences.
One of my friends, her mom's, like, she didn't have enough nutrition in her boobs, so my friend had to drink some other woman's boobs. Her boob milk.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Back in the past, a royal woman would not breastfeed her own children, and if a child died, the one who breastfed it would have their boobs cut off. So back to what I was saying, it's present from early childhood. So that's basically the time the time you're supposed to start forming words and sentences is when people realize that you are autistic. I have autistic family members, and for example, one of them, he has severe autism. He never learned how to speak. He never learned how to form like I guess any words. He cannot communicate like verbally. Like, he cannot do that. But my other autistic family member, they have the ability to communicate. They can speak. It's just not like that advanced of speaking, but it's not as bad as my other family member. And so yeah, just guys, like, I get like self-diagnosis with like depression, like what was it? Anxiety. Like, well, I mean, everyone has anxiety, but like aneurysm, like not aneurysm. Whoops, sorry, anorexia.
Aneurysm.
I'm very tired. and anxiety. I mean, not anxiety. Damn it. Anorexia. Yes.
Eating disorders, like, if after every time you eat, you have the urge to throw up, you're probably bulimic, and it's probably easy to diagnose yourself with that. Or, like, you can tell when you're depressed, okay? Like, you don't really need a test for that. When people try to diagnose themselves with autism...
You can't. You can't
like,
be diagnosed with autism, you idiots. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you that you could think that you could, as a, 21-year-old, sitting on your computer, on your iMac that your father probably bought you, saying that you self-diagnosed with autism? Are you that stupid that you think you can diagnose yourself with autism? You can't. You can... Okay, self-diagnosis, it's not 100% garbage. Like if you really feel down in the dumps and you constantly feel down in the dumps, there's a possibility you're depressed. And if you happen to diagnose yourself saying, I think I'm depressed, and you go to the doctor, and the doctor's like, yeah, you're depressed, then it's good for self-diagnosis. But if you say, I'm autistic because sometimes I cannot walk, and you go to the doctor and you hand him a sheet of paper that says, I'm autistic because I Googled it, he's not going to be like, yes, you are autistic.
And don't say oh, well, I know myself better than the doctor. Shut up. They went to college for so many freaking years not to have some Tumblrina come in.
Or Tumblr, what's the guy? Tumblr.
Ballerina? Isn't that doesn't that include all genders?
Ballerinas, I think ballerina, it's more feminine though. I don't know. I should know this. I don't know why.
Are you saying that women are below men?
I gotta go. Male ballerina. I'm Googling this. A male ballerina. A dance, in French, it's referred to as a danseur, like a danseur, and in Italian, and then in Italian it's ballerino. So usually that's what I guess. But that's besides the point.
Yeah. Well, the thing is,
Tumblrino.
Well, I think it can also be helpful because, let's say, there's, legit a person who's oh, man, I'm seeing hallucinations, something's off, I think I might have this illness. Then they should go to a doctor, and the doctor could be oh, yeah, you might be schizophrenic, and then help them get attention, medical assistance from there, and help medicate them. But a lot of times these people are I have autism, but I'm not going to a doctor. Or they might be oh, I have this disease, but I don't want to go to the doctor and get treatment. Because I want to be special, and I want attention and sympathy from other people. You're
not going to get it.
That's the thing. They just want attention and sympathy.
That's everyone. Okay, so that's something that really angers me. It angers, it makes my blood boil. Is when people post a picture on Instagram. This is mostly females. I don't mean to be, rude or anything, but this is a lot of females. It's
male scum.
It's male scum. It's a girl should post a picture say, I am so fat, or I am so ugly. Meanwhile, the person is clearly not fat or ugly. Or, they're clearly, is probably a respectable person who, doesn't treat themselves like garbage and clearly is not morbidly obese. The person be no, you're not fat, you're beautiful. It's aw, thanks. I know I'm beautiful. I'm just saying it for attention. It's no one cares enough. No one cares enough to go out of their way to, be oh my god, this person thinks that they're not beautiful. What the shit?
But that's the thing, is a lot of times in this society, I feel in the past, we had so many more issues in the world. For instance,
World War II.
Yeah, had actual real issues, and nowadays, the only real thing is, the economy's not really doing that well. Okay, so, the thing is, we were saying, sorry, we had, technical difficulties, but there's so many actual problems in the world. Starving kids in foreign countries, such as Africa, or Alright,
so yeah, starving kids in Africa.
I hate to pull out the starving kids in Africa, but I'm gonna pull out the starving kids in Africa.
There are starving kids in Africa, and we're self-diagnosing with autism.
it's not like these people are actually, like, autistic, okay? Because, like, maybe they came from, like, a really abusive household, and maybe they might be like, wait, I might have autism. And, like, the thing is, if they go to a doctor, and the doctor's like, well, crikey, mate, you've got autism, okay? Then good for them. Now they know how to treat it.
That's not going to happen, because it's impossible.
I know, like, that, like, the chances of that happening are so minute.
Because it's not possible. You can't develop. It's impossible. You cannot develop autism.
No, like, but let's say there was someone who's had autism their whole life, but it hasn't, like, been that high maintenance or, like.
No, it would be identified. It would be.
But, like, let's say, like, they never got tested or anything. Like, they might go in there. But I feel like for most of the people who do use the website tumblr.com, I always confuse those two. Like, most of them don't have autism. Like that, who self-diagnosed with it.
Alright. It's basically, autism, it can't be diagnosed till around age 2, because that's, when basically the main things start to happen.
That's when you start becoming like a person and not like a deformed potato.
Yeah, but it's not, autism cannot, like, you cannot just be like a person with like proper like functionality and like the mind and body and just suddenly just get autism. Like, it's not possible. Like, I'm sorry.
But Bzzrt, vaccines cause autism.
Okay. So, no they don't. Guys, vaccines don't cause autism. Like, a doctor in England published that thing just to get like I don't know, like fame, but he came out.
He just wanted sympathy, like these people on Tumblr.
But he came out and said that his whole thing was based off of no proof, and people still think that it is. Like, you can
what if I get autism? I guess I won't vaccinate against the plague, and maybe someone with Chrome's disease who takes immunosuppressants might end up getting the plague because they can't get the vaccine for it because I didn't vaccinate.
Because the thing is, like, when you don't vaccinate, like, it's just another way to spread, like, a virus or, like, a sickness, something like that. Like, people who don't vaccinate their kids, like, we're living in the future. We're living in a time where you can inject yourself with something and you won't get a disease. Like, you won't get that. You won't get measles because there's measles vaccination. Like, you won't get smallpox because we have, like, a smallpox vaccination. I think we have a smallpox vaccination.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do? Yeah, we do. That was stupid of me. Smallpox was gotten rid of a while ago.
But here's the thing, like, for someone like me, I take this medication, and I'm not allowed to have live vaccine, so I can't have the flu shot, okay? So,
I mean, like, you can get the flu.
Yeah, but, like, so that means, when a bunch of people are like, yeah, I don't want to really get the flu shot, because I have a strong immune system. Good for you. I'm happy you have a good immune system. But there's other people like me who do not have a strong immune system, so I can't take certain vaccines. So when other people don't vaccinate, they might get it. They may not show any symptoms or anything. But
that's possible. That's possible for you to get a virus and not show any symptoms. But no, actually, wait. No, it's not.
Well,
no, the virus.
Yeah, it is. For certain viruses, you can get it.
But very, I don't know, not that many, but there's a lot.
Or they could just have the bacteria on
them. There's a few viruses that do that, but mostly viruses, when you're showing symptoms is when you're most, contagious.
And, a lot of people with, strong immune systems, it may not affect them that much. They might just be sick for a bit.
But you, basically, you have, a very weak immune system because of your medication. That will, that could possibly kill you.
Yes.
Which is bad.
Is it? Is death really that bad?
I think so.
Put me out of my misery.
Chrom needs electric. But so yeah, you just can't self-diagnose. So let's just finish up self-diagnosing right now.
Okay. If you suspect you might have a certain mental illness or mental disability, you should consult a doctor about it, okay? Don't go on Tumblr.
Don't go on Tumblr and type in, or don't go on to your fucking Google and type in, do I have depression quiz, and take the depression quiz and choose answers that you don't really, because we know when you take those quizzes.
You lie.
Like, you lie.
It's not that you lie, you just exaggerate. It's like, wait a minute, I am sad and miserable all the time.
It's like, no, you're not. Like, you have a great, like, unless you have a very shitty life. Because, like, you know who you are if you have a very shitty life. But most people have, no, there's a lot more shitty lives. A large percentage of white people who live in America, because this is what it is. There's no fucking Asian people like, I think I have autism. There's no fucking black people like, I think I have autism. It's all fucking white people. It's all like
white girls.
It can be white guys too, but it's all just fucking white people.
Without genders.
It's all white people. Like, this isn't a thing. This just comes down to like, you're bored. You have no time. Like you have so much time on your hands. And you're by yourself and you're lonely, which is basically every Saturday night for me.
Do I not exist?
No, this is when I'm not talking to you.
Oh.
This is the awkward stages of it being 5 o'clock and me getting up.
I won't edit that out.
The cough?
I won't.
Oh. It's like the awkward stages of it being 5 o'clock and me getting out of dance class and me waiting for 10 o'clock to call you.
Continue.
But I don't know, just if you feel a certain way, consult your doctor. And that's just it. Like, doctors, they're there for a reason. Like, you shouldn't fucking go on WebMD.
Doctors don't know anything. I know myself better.
Like, oh yeah, fucking the guy who's had 6 years of fucking medical training.
Dude, it's more than that, okay?
8 years of medical training. And who's taken hundreds of tests and put in hundreds of hours.
It's stressful.
It is.
But, like, okay, here's the thing. Okay, and also, I'm just going to say this in case there is someone who's, like, a 21-year-old white girl who's like, oh, I think I might have autism, and she actually does have autism, okay?
No.
Like,
that will be diagnosed, even if it's, like, the most, like lightest case of autism, you will still be diagnosed with autism because you will have, like, different traits than like, a person without, like, any type of autism.
But, like, here's the thing. Like, the thing is, like, Bzzrt said earlier, you can't develop it. So let's say you've never been tested for it, and like, let's say you've been living in the wild and you've never been to a doctor.
You've been living in the wild.
With your MacBook.
With your MacBook. And your bed and your house and your fridge filled with food and your parents that love you. And your access to medical and dental care.
Both need you go there and they're like, you have autism, okay?
This is gonna happen.
I'm happy you got diagnosed so you can get medical attention. Also, that's the thing, is like, so many people are like, oh, I have this illness, but they don't do anything about it.
Like, you have Crohn's disease. If you didn't do anything about it, you would die. Like,
I wouldn't die. I would just be extremely sick and dead.
Alright, so to wrap up the self-diagnosis with autism, it's not possible to be
to develop
autism. It's diagnosed when
later on in your life.
Later on in your life. So if you're 14 to what's the age? 25-year-old Tumblr girl or Tumblr guy.
Or Tumblr non-binary.
Or Tumblr Zeds? What were they called?
Z. I prefer Z pronouns.
Z pronouns. So yeah, whatever you are, male, female, tree, plant, mayonnaise,
Are you making fun of mayonnaise, kid?
You don't have autism.
Just go to the doctor.
No, yeah, but the thing is, we're focusing on autism. You cannot develop autism. It's not possible.
You could be undiagnosed with it, but I feel like the chances of that happening to someone very slim, yeah. But if you're like some homeless man, who like got abandoned or something,
the baby has been raised by wolves. It was just...
Actually, I'm Wolfkin.
I'm Webkin. Well,
anyway, that's about it, guys. Just go to a doctor, for real.
Just go to a doctor. Wait, we should keep... do you want to end it here, or do you want to just start?
Let's end it here and start another one.
Alright.
Well, this has been MEMETICS.
MEMETICS.